meeting people. Sometimes it's hard as you get older. Sometimes it's difficult to make those connections. Well, we've got a pair of great guests today from the Milford Conversation. We've got John Huntzinger and we've got Marthea, Proudfoot and gang. We're so excited to have you. John, can we start with you and explain a little bit about what the Milford Conversation is and why you're interested?
Milford Conversation is a group of folk mainly from Milford, but the surrounding area. We get together once a month to discuss different things. We meet in a big circle, but we generally have somebody come and talk to us about some event that's coming up. We like to find out about things before they happen rather than after they happen. This month, on Thursday the 13th, at 8:30 in the morning, which is early for some people, but not for business people, we have a lady, Margaret Hughes, from the Delaware 250, which is the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. So she's going to come and talk to us about what's going on in Delaware for that event. Now, 2 days later, on Saturday the 15th, we roll into this event that we're really trying to get the word out on, Meet, Greet, and Connect. Now, that one's going to start at 9 o'clock in the Milford Senior Center, go to about 1 o'clock. But at this event, we have people coming and groups that are coming to share things of interest to them. What we're trying to do is have people find ways to connect with people based upon their interests. We're looking for things that bring people together, not things that drive people apart. So that's going to be on Saturday, February 15th, 9 to 1. And again at the Milford Senior Center.
And Marthea, what drew you to this group? Why are you interested in being a part of this? Why should somebody at home that maybe is thinking about it but isn't sure, why should they want to come out?
Well, I moved to Delaware in 2021, right in the middle of the pandemic, and right away found it pretty hard to make connections. And so I found out many sources. There's a lot of things going on in southern Delaware, but it's hard to find out what's happening if you don't have a name of a group or whatever. You can't Google them or go on Facebook. So I met John through various avenues, including a church. And he told me about this event, and I think it's great. And I'm actually going to be there at one of the tables, and they're all free. You just come and bring an object. Can I show
Stuff
mine?
Stuff like this? What do we got here, Martha?
This is one of my favorite things. I facilitate drum circles as a volunteer. Everything is free, but it's a wonderful activity for people. And so on my table, I will have my drum, and then people will hopefully walk by and they'll say, "What is that? And what are you doing with that?" And then I can talk about drum circles. I also play Native American flute, and I'm trying to find more people that are interested in those activities. So we hope other people will attend the event, sit at a table, and talk about their trains or their gardening or whatever their interest is. And it's just going to be a fun time. We hope a lot of people attend.
It seems like a great way to connect with like-minded people, to maybe try to foster some conversation. We've seen that you've got the musical side pretty well good and covered. John, is there something that specifically you're excited about that you're interested in?
I think everybody in Milford knows I like trains. Okay. I have an example of a caboose. It's not one that ran down here, but it's red. And so red cabooses are, I think, every kid's dream to see at the end of the train as it went by when they're waiting in their car. Now, sitting in front of that is another thing that some people are going to say, well, that's train, because it's got railroad tracks on it. But I want you to know that the person that made that, I'll call it a mini module, attended a series of clinics up in Massachusetts, and as part of that, they made that. Now, it can be connected with other mini modules, and you can run trains on it, but her interest is in the scenery on it.
Oh, great.
If you look closely at it, that building has got some very fine detail on it, and that's her shtick. But she also likes gardening. So, yeah, you can see trees and grass and stuff on that. But you might notice this little red amaryllis here. Maybe not so little red amaryllis.
Yeah, it's pretty decent size.
Yeah, well, she's kind of active in gardening stuff. So she does Master Gardeners in Sussex and Kent County. She does Milford Garden Club. She does our backyard, front yard, side yards, Sherwood Forest, all that stuff. But she also likes to do, in the off season, if there is one, is stuff with dollhouses. So people with multi-interests, come on out. You never know what you're going to touch on.
Well, let me read a couple of the things off before we get out of here, just so people at home understand what we're talking about, the different things. They've got stuff about local history, the dollhouses you just mentioned, senior citizen resources, plastic models, photography, model railroad, travel, collecting. We've got the music portion. You've got that covered. So there's a whole lot more that I'm not even getting to right now. I don't even have time to read off. Thank you guys so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. Is there anything else that you want to add?
Let me elaborate a little bit, because music is more than drums.
Yes. Oh,
We have the music school coming. Marthea is tight with the music director at Avenue Church, who is a phenomenal musician. He puts on handbells with the Capitol Ringers. He does different concerts year-round. We have a mutual friend, who puts on Miss Billion concert series. So there's a lot more music than just a drum.
So we've got all sorts of stuff going on.
Oh yes, yes, and the more the merrier.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming in. I think it's a great idea what this program is doing. So if you're at home and if you're looking for something to do, if you're trying to just meet or connect with people, maybe try out the Milford Conversation.
On Saturday, September 15th.
No, February 15th.
Did I say September?
Yes, you did. May I just add, anybody's welcome to come. You don't have to live in Milford. You can be in Milton, you can be Harrington, you can be Dover, it doesn't matter, but we welcome everybody to come. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll look forward to seeing a lot of people there.
Love to hear it. Thank you guys, and I think this is a great plan.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
No problem. We've got more Coast Life coming up right after the break.